If your dog only responds when they see that you have food, or if you have to wave a cookie around just to get their attention, you're not alone. But it doesn't mean that your dog is stubborn or that reward-based training doesn't work. What it does mean is that somewhere during the initial training process, things were just a little bit off. How that usually happens is most of the time it just comes down to trainer mechanics. So food consistently appears or is present before the behavior happens. That way the treat becomes a part of the cue instead of a reward after the fact. Sometimes if your dog doesn't respond right away, you'll go get some food to kind of sweeten the deal. That often happens if you're under pressure. So say you're in a group class or you're in a hurry, so you go grab some food to make it work or make it happen. With bribery, you're saying, do it, and you might get this cookie. Food comes before. Reinforcement says, you did it. Here's the cookie. The food comes after. So the difference is that reinforcement builds reliability of behavior, and bribery builds dependency on the food. So here are some ways you can prevent that from happening. So the first is to have a plan. Before you start training, make sure you know what you're going to be working on and have your treats ready in a pocket or a treat bag. You want to definitely keep the food out of your hands and out of sight until after the behavior. For clarity, you also want to use your yes marker or a clicker so they know exactly what it is that they did correctly. You also want to get confident in easy and calm situations first, so you're not tempted to sweeten the deal when you're under pressure. And you want to remember the ABCs, so the antecedent, the behavior, and the consequence. Food in training is the consequence for the behavior, not the antecedent. And if you need a refresher on that, you can grab my ABC cheat sheet, which I've linked in the description. Using food is a powerful and convenient way to train, but it only really works as a thank you, not a please do. So if your dog is saying, show me the money, start fresh with these things in mind.